we're good to go.
All right, 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2.
Got
Court
it.
is now in session for. How do I say that?
Your mom.
Cha. Machito Bay. Your Honor.
What does that say?
The Pixie of Arpeggio.
What does that mean?
Machito.
It means your mom.
Right, his trial. Court is in session.
Yeah,
Right, let's go.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is A-OK, Air Judge.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My opening statement. Cha. It's been a while.
No, actually. There was something
please.
else I wanted to ask you about.
What? Yeah.
Shaw.
Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them?
Excuse me.
What?
I mean, you wouldn't say, get well soon, right? You'd only be kicking them while they're down.
What are you talking about?
Actually, I'm going to visit someone who's terminally ill
It's Phoenix. He's down with the sickness.
right
no.
after this trial. The Chief Justice's son. Jesus.
Oh. The Chief Justice.
His son is afflicted with the most terrible disease.
His name is Walkie Kataki.
Thank God.
Crotch rot.
He doesn't have long, it seems.
No, he's got El Gripe.
So I thought I'd pay him a visit.
I didn't know I had a cousin named Chief Justice.
Alright, put it on the screen.
I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups ever say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
He's looking at me with something like disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for?
You are not open with your feelings.
In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't just say that.
What about
Prosecutor
no?
Gavin, your opening statement, briefly.
Cha, you're in luck, Air Judge. I switched my
don't
speedrunner
have
dial
any.
to 3.
I don't have an opening statement. You may now begin the cross-examination of the
I'm
witness.
actually improving this so much, I don't even have anything prepared. I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think, so that you may speak to that nearly dead child.
Gun.
Say your prayers. First, to review the victim in this case. They're guilty.
Yes,
Romaine Lettuce, age 35.
Yes. 35-year-old lettuce.
The global manager for Diva Songstress Lamra. The cause of death, blood loss due to being shot by a large shot.
Someone shot their shot.
He didn't make his shot. This report has all the details.
It seems like he didn't yell Kobe before firing the gun and died.
Thus leading to his death. Okay.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Lettuce's autopsy report. Add it to the court record.
.45 caliber. That's quite large, isn't it? A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet.
Yeah, the baby boomers like it because it's all about stopping power.
However, the bullet struck him in his shoulder. The damage to his body was slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved.
Wait, okay, hold on a second. So we heard the shot. We entered the room immediately. He was bleeding out, and we didn't do anything to, like, stop the bleeding.
Nope.
You're a lawyer and a detective. You're not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
You're barely a lawyer too.
Lawyer
Oh
versus
my.
Lawyer, by association.
I suppose the victim's condition would have been much worse considering.
Two shots were fired. One shot missed. The other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder.
Wait, at like point blank you missed?
Yeah, right? Like, what?
Dude, you mess with guns in real life all the time. That's something.
Both bullets were found in the wall at the scene.
It
Observe the diagram.
It seems like the, It seems like the murderer was playing XCOM. He had a 95% chance to hit and missed.
Miss.
And then he
Missed.
fired, and then he missed. And he
Took a
fired
shot.
again. And he
passed
missed
out.
again. Then he passed out from blood loss.
And then he died from blood loss.
This is where the bullets hit.
Sorry.
Oh, I see. The court accepts this evidence.
The diaphragm has been added to the court record.
If we're talking about a .45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Not if you missed.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. Weapons that size have a powerful kickback. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body.
The defense will take more care in choosing examples.
As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. This is the dressing room. It only has one entrance.
For now.
This door.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
Meaning, the only one who could have done it was Apollo.
No.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
He's talking about you and Emma, huh?
Put Apollo on the stand. Put Apollo on the stand.
No, that's okay.
Yet, this shouldn't be possible if the defense attorney is a witness. Yet, when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
That's impossible.
Ow. Exactly. This murder was impossible. For all but one person.
One person?
Emma Sky.
And I'm
Maya
looking
Fey.
right at him.
My
Oh.
face.
Maya face also.
That is, of course, the defendant, Maki Dubai.
Only a defendant could have committed the crime. But how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear. Allow me to demonstrate. Okay.
Very well. I assume you have a testimony to back up this claim.
Wait, so like who
No.
possibly can we have on the
Actually,
stand?
I don't.
Let the witness please take the stand.
Who? Oh, it is Emma.
Oh, hi.
Your name and profession, please.
Emma Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail for the concert forum that night.
Did we confiscate her snacks? Did the bailiff confiscate her
was.
snacks?
I am going to shoot you if you ever suggest someone take my snacks.
If that, oh my god.
Please strike that from the record.
Emma seems tired somehow.
Security at the concert, you say?
Some security I was couldn't even stop a murder.
Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know.
You what?
I wouldn't admit to that, Judge.
I'm sure that.
I once
makes her feel
sentenced an
much
innocent man to death.
I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
better. Same.
Clavier.
Our favorite pretty boy.
Ian.
Hello? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you are.
In any case, because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony if you would, Cha. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please.
Alright.
I know you hate me, stop.
Murderous circumstances.
The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
Uh-huh. Indeed.
It was lucky that a detective was the first one on the scene.
But the door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
How could they say that Machi did it?
Looks like we need a bit more information.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Murdercumstances.
The night of the murder, yada yada yada, something. The night of the murder, I was on security at the request.
Hold it! The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
That's right.
What was a detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even if they come from rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall, during my sick beats.
Conspiracy?
Ouch. Well, isn't it obvious? My keys. That whole morning, no, the whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
There he goes again, riding his hog. Is
Is it possible he
That's not
simply
me.
misplaced them?
Misplaced them. Misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim's hand on their own.
What's this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys are in the victim's hand, that makes you the prime suspect!
Rabble.
Really,
No.
rebel.
As long as I do this sick air guitar riff, you will not accuse me. Love, slow acting, and new. Atroquinini is waiting for you. That's from a new song I wrote. It's called Please Don't Accuse Me of Murder.
It's called Please No Murder, no.
Please God, no,
Please
it wasn't
no,
me.
Please. He's singing something.
Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top?
The killing happened in the middle of my concert. This is not a conflict of interest whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I was like a sailor, adrift on a sea of sound.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task.
Rude.
I see. I can accept that.
Well, I can. What do you mean, time on their hands?
Please.
What the hell are you talking about, you glimmerous fop?
I could have been getting some sweet tail. But no! I had to sit around at this concert and watch other people get tail. That sucks!
Mm-hmm.
I rest my case. Only people say
Hold it. We were let in, though.
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
I didn't vote for you.
I hate you, honestly.
I gave the Fraulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
Hooray!
Gee.
Oh
great.
boy.
Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
So no other outsiders were there then.
And then...
I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
you were the one chatting. I was eating snackos.
Oh, she has the snack goose.
Nah, hey! No snacking in court!
And you're sure the shots came from Benoit's room?
What?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this'll keep you quiet.
Thanks. So, how about it?
We were
Oh my god.
right there. Oh, hang on. Let me. All right, let me just make this all fit. All right, we're right there. I'm hardly been mistaken about that.
What are you eating?
What kind of snack goose are you eating?
Please, either talk or eat.
Respectful.
Not both at the same time, or I swear to God I will hold you in contempt of this court.
Contempt.
Sorry, give me a couple seconds here. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry, got a lot more. Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door.
Hold it! Rock.
Paper. I'm blaring, yes.
Scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, gun!
When you say rock, are you referring to perhaps to this rock and roll music that's so popular with the kids these days?
If anything, rock's on the way out, old man. What the fuck are you on to?
When we went into the dressing room, music was blaring over the speaker on the wall.
They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way, people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud?
Yes.
You don't listen to the Gaviner's ears. Thank you. I'll save these for later. No. Please. I'm being given pretzels, just in case.
Oh, you got snackoos. Let's go.
You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage monitors at full volume.
And we walked into the room.
My ears started bleeding.
The band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
This is a very wordy cross-examination.
If you could hear that music playing,
Then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi. An alibi, if you will, including myself.
An alibi.
Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation.
Hold it. How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstance. Listen. We know there was only one exit from that room. That door. The small window only opened a tiny crack. And I was standing there in front of that door. So how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility. The air vent. He vented, Your Honor.
that's very sus.
Objection! But that air vent was too small. Who could possibly?
Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through, nor me with my juicy fat ass. But the only one who could fit through was a child.
It's Trucy. A child. No.
Remember, access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved with the contents were allowed.
And of all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
The defendant?
The pussy of Arpeggio flitted up toward the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime.
Objection!
Do you
But
like
that's
that
just
plot?
conjecture.
Oh, there was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know, Air Forehead.
And there's another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that had been recently opened.
Wait, what?
And something else was found quite clearly. The defendant, Machi Tobias. Yes.
What?
Rabble.
Order! Punch.
Ow. That air vent was the only way out of that room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. They made shrimp. Well, Air Forehead, what fairy tale does this suggest to you? Only one could pass through that vent, that doorway to heaven.
The imposter.
Red.
And that one is our pixie.
It was clearly brown. I saw brown vent.
Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was out whooping it up in the audience.
Hey, cool, snackoos. So this was his decisive evidence.
Quite decisive indeed. I believe that's enough of that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive.
Simple.
I believe we've heard enough to determine a verdict,
Yikes.
even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit.
I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough.
I think your
Shaw.
mic's a little close to your mouth.
How about now?
It's good. It just seems to be like popping a little bit, but I think
Ah.
it's good.
Hmm.
God, get me over already.
Huh?
Very well.
But it
I
is.
believe this trial is finished.
Well, damn it.
If the defense has no contradicting evidence,
The prosecution has presented our proof, clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence,
What do I have?
the gun,
The gun.
it better be clear and plain.
It better be simple and clean.
Apollo! They've got us on the ropes already! We'd better come up with something, and quick!
I know. Think, Apollo, think. I can get us out of this. We need evidence or a witness that can prove Machi is innocent beyond a doubt. Without that, go.
I've never met Machi.
He's
Mr. Justice?
he's a little blind piano
Aw.
player boy. Yeah, and who doesn't speak English.
What the? That's so fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he speaks in wingdings.
Yeah, he speaks in wingdings.
Oh,
Do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you better tell us about it now.
look
You're
over
gonna
there.
do it, because time is bleeding out. Say I leave. Hand me that big bowl of ash over there.
This is it.
Did I mention that kid has not a lot of time left?
If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof. What the hell do we have? Okay. We've got the lyrics sheet, which is like predicting the events of the evening, including the fiery guitar and the murder. We've got the publicity postcard. Doesn't really show anything. Investigation request. To ensure the efficiency and secrecy of our investigation, the bearer is hereby ordered to speak to no one outside the investigation concerning any details of the case.
What about the death?
What about the what?
The what do you call
The
death
autopsy
thing?
report?
Yeah, thing. Yeah.
Do we have an autopsy report? We do. Romaine Lettuce, age 35, male, time of death July 7th between 9 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Cause of death, blood loss due to 45 cal bullet wound. Time elapsed between shooting and death currently under review.
What are those times that the songs? Do we have like confirmation that the songs line up with the time of death?
No. So we've got that, we've got the revolver, we've got the gun. We've got the brooch.
Anything to prove where the kid was before?
Yeah, found at the crime scene. So this brooch is found at the crime scene. Turns out to belong to Lamirar. The mixing board. God, I sure hope this isn't gonna be fucking vital to use the mixing minigame again. Surely they didn't code it just to use it once.
Yeah.
The key ring. Found in the victim's left hand. Holds keys to a guitar case and a motorcycle. Autopsy report. Victim shot in shoulder.
accusing is blind?
Yep.
Yup.
Isn't that enough to, like, get him off the hook?
Probably.
Can you present him?
I don't know. Let's see. Diagram. Who do we have? Oh god, it's Phoenix, right?
Wait.
So,
I'm a lot of heart.
I have a lot of heart.
So we've got
I wish she would pop up.
Anything is possible.
Machi to buy Emma Sky. This fucking guy.
I mean, right there, blind penis. He's got it right there.
I don't know
I'm
if we'd have
Trixie
anyone
Right.
I don't know if we'd have anyone as a witness. Who?
Contradicting proof is the kid who is blind.
I don't have proof. I'm gonna fucking safe
Scum.
Gonna bust.
All right.
Wait, call a witness.
All right. We're calling a witness.
The defendant.
Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely. I'd swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, Atraquinini, My Love.
Right. There he goes again.
That's too bad, because there was a witness.
What?
Oh ho! Really now? But how did you come to possess knowledge of the prosecution clearly does not?
Because I am the only one in the world who knows this.
What?
Oh yeah, that's right. I just talked to him and now... Yeah. Burger King Foot Lettuce said, he did say that. But he also said that, hold on, I'm just gonna... He's alive.
But barely.
He said... he said something about a witness.
Cold. So cold. Richard.
You're gonna be fine.
Good. See.
Hang in there, Mr. Lettuce. Tell me, who is the witness?
Oh,
Yeah, Siren.
Siren.
What? The victim said this before he died.
perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not.
What do you mean by that?
All we know is that Air Forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself.
Objection! But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently you ignored me completely.
It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant.
And only everything I deem relevant.
And you are irrelevant. Clearly this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
That's enough! Mr. Justice, we need clear, contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution, I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty.
Perhaps. A stiffer penalty than usual is called for.
Good. There's no backing out now.
Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice.
Lamirar.
Siren.
The Siren.
Lamois.
Recall Mr. Latusse's last words. As if we had just said them 2.5 seconds ago.
The witness is siren!
The siren. Aha! He meant the siren.
That's right. The Siren of the ballad. Lamirar. Lamirar was only on stage for the second set. And she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
My claim still stands.
No.
There was no witness to this crime. Except for all of us.
Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we? We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination.
Ah, thank God.
Please show Lemoire to the witness stand.
Is that the first cross-examination that we've successfully completed without ever presenting evidence?
Probably.
For now.
Lemoire would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag that story out of her no matter what it is.
It is my distinct honor to welcome the Siren of the Ballad to our courtroom.
You wanna voice her?
You are too kind.
Hi, Tony.
Yeah, you can speak English?
Yes, I can. Though I'm not very good. There is much I do not know.
You speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language.
I just learned it somehow.
I simply absorb it. Where I studied it. What the fuck?
What?
What does she mean she doesn't know?
I too don't know how I learned my maiden language. Thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course.
What's that?
Lemoire suffers from amnesia.
Oh god.
How convenient.
Oh god.
Amnesia?
Exactly.
L'amour is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the times before I was given it. She's a Russian spy. Nothing of the time before I started singing on the stage.
No, that was the first case.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
with the dealer.
Oh, she's even more mysterious than I thought.
As lauded singer Lemoire, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet, I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress.
I see.
I care about people as a prosecutor.
I care surprisingly little about people's past. There's nothing to fear in this court, Lamar.
Oh, thank you. Yet there is something I do not understand. I am being called as a witness. What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened.
Lamar, let me be frank. I know him. I did not want to ask you
I
to
thought you were
testify.
Gavin.
Wait, why would you be frank if you're Gavin?
Wait, if you can be frank, can I be Gumshoe?
It is
We missed
it is a moment of projection.
Gumshoe died in a trucking accident.
Right now would be the perfect time for a voice roulette.
I mean, I can
Hey
do
there,
it.
Mr. Edgeworth. It's me, Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, did you say this line?
I think I did.
Okay.
Yet that young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand.
Xavier really likes to hyperfixate on my forehead.
I'm tired of saying this word.
Oh my.
Congratulations, Apollo! You're the bad guy!
Yay!
Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony.
I literally saw nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what happened. Goodbye.
So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen.
If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome.
Ew.
Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
As for what I saw nothing. That night I was invited to sing on the stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was where I learned that something had happened, but I was not told the details.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
Can you... Abby was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
There you have it. She saw nothing last night. Or that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat. And refrain from detaining her here longer than need be.
Wow, you just got better, Apollo! Way to go!
That's me,
We
the
can start
baddest
our
bitch
villain
in the
arc.
courtroom.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet.
Lamrar wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what. Alright, so we're gonna present the brooch somewhere. Found at the crime scene. From Lamrar's dressing room. Right. So, invited to sing on stage, and this I did. Did not return backstage after the second set. Alright. This is where we shall present after I save a little bit. Just a wee little bit. No, I don't want to return to the title screen. Alright. So let's do this. Objection!
What are you objecting?
I'm sorry, Lamrar, but I'm having trouble believing you. You remember this brooch, do you not?
Why, that's Lamrar's. She was wearing it for her song.
Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin?
What?
This brooch was found after the murder took place, at the very scene of the crime.
What?
Lamrar, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And, as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night.
What is the meaning of this? Lamar, please explain.
Lamrar?
Oh, wait.
She says, English is quite difficult. I tend to agree.
I'm fluent in wingdings. That trick's not going to work here.
She says you're stupid and have a dumb face. Which is a kind of exactly what I just said. But you have missed one important fact.
What now?
In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment.
What?
Think back to the moment of the crime. I could just be making this up, for all anyone knows here. You know whereof I speak.
Is she really saying all that?
Exactly.
What's she talking about, Apollo?
Right when the incident occurred. Ah! Is she talking about that?
Well, that's just room for me. I have to call for backup.
Right, understood. Want me to make sure no one comes in, right?
No one.
Mr. Lettuce, can you hear me?
Orion's belt.
Alright, how many times are we going to watch this flashback?
Yeah, this is
Until he comes back. God damn it.
we watch a man die
I
on
miss
screen,
him.
which they show to us 3 more times.
What's wrong?
Emma, Did you see anyone just now?
No.
I could have sworn I heard a door close.
Oh. What? I looked in the room. Just a glance, mind you.
What?
So this is when your brooch dropped. That explains that.
It does. There was no other time I could have dropped it.
But that's ridiculous. You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch?
Air forehead. She has raised a possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence.
He's being super, dumb.
So she looked in at the crime scene.
And left. Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice.
Air forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt. A horrible voice indeed.
I
Why
closed
is
the
it
door
so easy?
immediately.
Why is Apollo just the punching bag?
Well,
Please,
that
so easy to make
explains
fun
the
of you.
brooch. Let's return to your testimony.
That explains everything.
That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Lemrar, you did look into the room though, right?
Yes.
Testify as to what you saw.
Very well. So it was only the briefest and glimpses. When my performance finished, I went backstage for just a moment. I saw nothing. The late Mr. Toulouse's body, Toulouse's body was on behind the wall.
What? Huh?
Take a look at that map.
What?
Is that the wall?
Furniture.
Okay, that's
Whatever
the
that is.
wall, I guess. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna just press on that real quick. Oh, wait, the bracelet's glowing. I forgot. A wall? Was there a wall there?
Is what in English?
I believe that means wall. It was a large dressing room divided into two halves.
The murder took
Like
place
the moon.
in the inside half. Guess that partition might have hidden the body. Hold on, let's see. Trying to see if there was... I'm trying to see if there's like a tick or something that would... or a tell. Something happened, wasn't all the details.
Make it harder with her mask.
Yeah.
Can you see her hands do anything?
Doesn't look it. I mean, I'll try the bracelet. I'm
She
gonna...
looks away.
I mean, that's the only thing that I was getting. No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
unless it's like some bullshit thing with her hands.
Probably. Let's try the
She
bracelet.
makes gang signs with her hands.
So nothing.
Wait, can you look behind, like at the mask?
So nothing. Behind a wall.
Does her eye do anything?
Here again. Nope. Is it hand? Okay. Okay, you cannot perceive below the
Okay.
below the stand. I don't see anything.
And it glowed here, right?
It's just glowing all the time, meaning like, oh hey,
Oh,
now
okay.
is your time to use the thing.
Gotcha.
But like, I don't see anything that...
Was it her blinking or no?
Maybe?
So that's the only time I've noticed her. Like, she wasn't blinking previously.
I don't know. It just seems like that's just part of her animation.
Can you go to, like, the earlier ones? I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so she's blinking pretty regularly.
I saw nothing. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a tell of any kind. There's some kind of... I was told to wait there. Oh yeah, the perceive eye is just like, you want your soul searched a little bit? I saw nothing. The late Mr. It's gotta be this, right? You would think. Like, do we present the diagram?
Would she have seen the bullet holes?
No, because if she just peeked in the door, then the bullet holes would be here, so they would be behind the door.
Yeah.
Well, one of those bullets went through the other partition. Like, if you look at the lines going across the screen, it very clearly shows that.
Was there a... Oh, yeah, you're right, because if you... Yeah, if it was fired straight, then there would have been a bullet hole behind the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's present this then. Nope.
My brain is simply too big.
Yep. Too big. Clearly, fucking, I don't fucking know, shit.
What do you mean you don't think it won you any points? It obviously didn't. The bar went down.
Like, is there something like...
It's definitely on the I saw nothing.
Yeah, it's gotta be, but like... But like, there's no blinking. There's no like... It's like impossible to see anything behind the veil. Maybe I should just press more.
Sure.
With Machi, correct? How was he then?
He seems as he always does. So I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Salu's death. Sorry, I keep saying Salu's. Yet, he is not the type to show much emotion.
Yes, he's given the police no end of headaches. He answers most questions with silence, and those glinting frames speak nothing. The questioning hasn't been getting very far.
We sat there waiting. That was when I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
Oh gosh, wait, okay. I looked at the guide, I never would have seen this.
Okay.
I
Oh,
never
boy.
would have seen this.
What
You
is
must
it?
perceive her
You
neck.
never see it
What?
coming.
Oh, it's the swallow.
There's a little gulp right
Oh
there.
my gosh.
Ew! Ew!
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
So he's breaking
wow.
free.
I never would have figured that out. Not in a million years. The late Mr. Latusse's body, you say?
Yes?
You know something more about Mr. Latusse's death than you are saying.
What?
I could see you trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes. I'm looking with my special eyes.
Excuse me? It is true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latouche have to be shot? One
What?
moment.
moment, Lemoir.
Yes.
What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Latouche have to be shot?
Yes.
She was hiding something. I knew it. Lemoir, I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony.
How could that be?
Take this. Lemoir contradicted her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it.
The evidence.
The diagram.
Yeah, the guy was behind
Here's
the
the
wall.
pickles from last time.
If I do not misunderstand the meaning of contradiction, it is you who contradict, Mr. Justice.
Huh?
Your
No, you.
evidence is meaningless.
Oh, that wasn't it. Gah.
Our flawless record!
No, it's the investigation report. Because any information is restricted to the police and related parties. So she's not supposed to know that he was shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me, Lemoir, how did you know he had been shot?
Well,
Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is the document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court, "No one told me anything about the incident." Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Yet you knew that Mr. Latouche had been shot. How could you have known?
Yark!
York? What?
York.
New York.
York.
New
York.
Start singing.
Start spreading the news.
Lamora,
I'm leaving right now.
you aren't hiding something from this court, I hope.
That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet.
Yeah, I hate that song. New York, New York.
Now I remember. Please allow me to add my testimony.
Of course, this benefits me. All I want to know is the truth.
She looks kind of pale, doesn't she? As if her world is collapsing around her.
She saw something, I know it. Even the victim said so.
I saw bullet holes in the wall, and I knew Mr. Latouche had been shot.
Uh-huh. Alright. Yeah, okay. So now it's the diagram. Lemrar, they call you the siren of the ballad. But lies are hardly becoming of such a creature.
Come.
A put-down worthy of a prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo.
Stop polishing your forehead with your forehead and start polishing your forehead. Ugh.
Ja?
Cha.
Come on, can I be cool for once?
No.
Observe the diagram. Lemar, you looked in from the door for just a moment, correct?
Yes, that is so.
There were bullet holes in the room, yes. But they were in the wall the door is on. You see, assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes.
Yark!
Rabble, rabble, rabble. Did she just say York?
Lamora,
Yes.
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears
Afraid?
you've been holding something back.
And I must tell you what it is that I saw.
Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded, and I'm certain it will be on the news in Borginia. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, as a person whose reputation has been tarnished many times, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing.
But she knows how Mr. Latouche had died, and he named her as a witness. You must have seen something, Lamar.
Very well. Lamar, please continue your testimony.
Very well, I shall.
What I saw. 2.
Saw 2. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it.
Uh-huh.
There were 2 shots. I could not do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I know it was.
Uh-huh.
Literally.
So you did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say?
Ach, this is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, foreheader.
Very well, Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo. You were right about Lamar. What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong.
Hmm?
It smells of
I was on my way
fish.
from the stage with the backstage.
Pig.
Something like a little window. Right. 2 shots. Couldn't do anything to stop it. It wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. Okay. Hold it! A grown person. It's a little vague.
I am sorry. My skill with your language is lacking, I know.
Certainly you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female.
And during my prize once, there is no gender.
Case closed. I win.
It was a man. A young man.
John Cena, are you sure about that?
And you're sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear.
Voice.
Hmm. Sorry, I didn't realize that was me. Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man.
You heard a voice, but wait. Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Lettuce?
Absolutely not. Did I not just say that I don't forget their voice? If it was Mr. Lettuce who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed.
Hmm.
So you
But
were at
also,
the
you suffer
window.
from amnesia, so like,
So you were at the window and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony. That proves it wasn't Machi.
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would cast the case in a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion of this testimony?
it's pretty good.
You know,
It's
not
aight.
bad. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
I can't complain.
Oh, and the Ukrainian judge gives it a 3. It's contradictory. Though it pains me to say this, There's something about Lemroy's testimony that rings false.
Heh. Bravo, face. You're colder than I thought.
I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As has been established, no grown man could pass through that air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime.
But that means Lamriar has to be lying.
That's exactly what that means. And it's bad, and I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting.
It is as Nose says. Yet this is not the only contradiction within her testimony. I am now helping you.
What next? What's he talking about?
Lemroy. I understand why you would want to protect Matchy. Yet remember, you are the siren of the ballad, and lies do not become such a why, this is the second time we've referred to you as creature.
What does the prosecution mean?
Apollo, what's he talking about?
He used my line, that glimmerous fop.
That you used my line. Fuck you.
How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that?
It is because I am a rock star. I recall the state of the crime scene quite well.
The state of the room.
Yes. Sorry, this is boring me. And when the murder took place.
It's time for a roulette. It's
Just
time to
in
speak.
time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Let's see. Let's go to properties. Let us. How do I anything? I wish there was a hotkey to do this a little bit better, but all right. Open.
Oh God.
Voice roulette.
What have I become?
What do we got here? We've got me,
I've become
Mike,
so numb.
Gab, Paula enters.
Yeah.
Ian.
That's me.
That is you. Tony, do you wish to be in the roulette, or are you just watching?
I'm just watching and also matching socks, so this is quite entertaining.
That's
Hi,
fair.
Tony.
Alright. Then, in which case... Clavier is going to be...
The wheel spins. The wheel spins.
It says Ian, but Ian is already Clavier. We're spinning the wheel again.
But again,
Do it again. Me. Alright. Let me move that. Let me do that. Let me do that. That window was closed. I find it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it. Lemron is going to be
Stunningly accurate.
Paula.
Yeah. What? I'm sure.
Lemron, I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense, but my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser. Apollo is going to be Mike.
But she's the only eyewitness we have.
Let me
Yeah.
voice roulette. Let me voice roulette start. Does that work? Please tell me that works.
Why do you succeed in making me laugh so easily?
It's a natural talent, really. It's called ADHD.
There is the timer, ideally. Why is the timer not going? Stop. Oh, there we go. I guess I need to fix my hotkeys because they are not working.
What about your cold keys?
Also not working.
How about your lukewarm
Objection!
keys?
I was
God
going
damn
to
it, Paula, I was gonna say that.
So you say?
Yeah.
And the victim named her, the Siren, as the witness.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what Mr.
We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility. And it brought us to this. Judge. Judge is going to be... Gab. You're gonna be the judge. The prosecution requests that the witness be excused. I thought that
gotta
said
pee.
I thought that said executed.
Oh no, no! I gotta pee.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request.
Yeah.
There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
Yeah.
Wait, why is there a question of her credibility?
Because she's lying through her teeth all the time.
Oh.
Mike, that's you.
Objection. She doesn't have teeth.
Mike, that's you.
Yeah.
Mike. Mike. We lost him.
Mike.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I was Apollo. I was complimenting Sarah on how good dinner was.
Aw.
Oh.
But if Lamar can't testify,
Yeah.
Trucy is going to be... I'm going to say it's Ian because enters is usually Trucy.
Alright.
Alright, I'm going to spin it until it's Ian now.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet it. Yeah.
Nope, it's enters again.
Oh boy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, it's enters again.
How long are we gonna be here?
I don't know.
Oh boy, oh
This
boy.
reminds
The
me
wheel
of my-
giveth and the wheel taketh away.
This
There we
is
go. It's
non-pizza left beef.
Well,
Alright, go.
we don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence in it.
Well done.
This cross-examination is over.
Wait,
Prosecutor
you're not the
Gavin.
judge.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
Danke. Now where were we? Ah yes, I would like to hear from Fraulein Detective again.
No.
wait, let me hear Lemoire's testimony one last time.
But the cross-examination is already over. Until such a time as need arises, the witness may leave the stand.
No. I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance, yeah. Bye-bye.
Probably gonna know something.
At last, back to the real trial. Ready, Air Forehead?
I hope he didn't just miss my only chance.
Fraulein Detective, how far had we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted? Enters, do you still just want to be Emma?
I'm changing and I see it
But it is
bullshit.
voice.
Yes, it's me.
Emma is the only constant. I just like saying the same thing twice, and I never repeat a song for an encore.
You say the same word a bajillion times. What are you talking about?
Use your word, Miss Fair.
I have never repeated a single word in my life.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latus's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling, like some sort of sussy baka.
Oh god.
Gravy.
Nope.
Ah, yes, there was only one door in the room. And the witness, you, was standing in front of it.
That air vent isn't very big, you see? Kind of limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time. I mean, look, I'm dummy thick. And the
sure
fat would alert the guards.
True. You sure would? No, not that you would have been there in the first place. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only conditions for the only one who meets the conditions of the killer is our defendant.
A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
Why is he trying to pin this on the child?
The blind, non-English speaking child.
That child is to blame.
She does state a clear case. Though reading the report, something caught my eye.
Oh, what's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
Circumstances? Again?
Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre.
It's crazy. He was also knocked out?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't remember this.
He's right. Why did Mr. Lettuce's body disappear from the room? And end up on top of that stage tower? Holding a guitar, no less.
Alright, I'm calling it now. It's the bassist.
Yeah, it's Gavin's buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he is the racist bassist.
He's racist bassist. It's gotta be Darian Crescent, right? The 100% OC D&D character Do Not Steal.
He's a rogue.
A perceptive observation, Air Judge.
Yeah, thanks. It was kind of an accident, really.
Has anyone mentioned how beautiful your eyes are?
Well, you worked in this job long enough. You get a nose for things, eh?
Your nose is also impeccably shaped, Your Honor, Air Judge.
I get a crack out of this. Fuck, what? The judge seems pleased with himself.
Very good, Fraulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer?
I believe Machi stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamriar's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Machi practically left his signature at the scene. All the evidence clearly points to the defendant.
Lamar's song?
Yes.
The lyrics.
The guitar's Serenade. You noticed it's code too, did you not?
It's code?
It's written in wingdings and translated into English. All the evidence that day followed the lyrics to our song. First, the keys my heart held on to so tightly were stolen. Then,
Appellation.
Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Lettuce's life was taken by a bullet.
The rest hardly needs explanation. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky.
That's man. It's like a story of some fairy tale.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
I admit, I'd forgotten about the song. But there it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, if it were.
Hey, you know, I was the one who first noticed that.
I've heard a jumping rope to the songs and counting songs. But killing? It's a bit excessive.
It's a wild world out there, Air Judge. Absolutely batshit.
Very well.
And that's roulette over.
We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on to the next cross-examination.
Get on with it.
I'm not so sure I'm gonna be doing much singing. I didn't do my vocal warm-ups today.
Woo, woo. 1, 1, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 1. Yeah, the way we did that was, all right, we're gonna do it normally, and then all right, we're gonna do the same thing again, but you can't say the number 4. It was really weird.
No.
Cursed.
No 4. Because in lyrics, move the body to match. How did he move the body? No one in this country had a motive. He left his signature on the scene. All of his evidence was. What? Dr. Locally grown butter lettuce.
What?
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 Romaine lettuce. Locally grown butter lettuce.
Free-range lettuce.
Free-range grass-fed lettuce.
Cannibal lettuce.
Cannibal lettuce. I'm just gonna press. I don't know what that percent. Hold it. Oh, it's still a body just to match some lyrics.
You stole a body?
Miss Sky.
Oh, sorry, I was kind of zoning out. I didn't believe it myself, but it can't be a coincidence.
Think about snacks.
I was thinking about snacks.
It is as Fraulein Detective says. Let us begin with the first verse. If you would, Fraulein Detective.
Yes, let us.
What? You want me to sing it?
You are the witness, Cha. Or did you want me to sing? I warn you, my fee as a vocalist is not trivial. I will charge you.
Fine, fine. Let's look at the first part of the lyric, shall we? When you stole away the keys, my heart held on so tight, held on so tight.
Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped key ring was stolen that morning.
Next, we go right to the right page of the lyric sheet.
Emma just pulls out a
Where we
karaoke
find-
microphone.
Burning on my heart, fire burn my love away, all the way.
God, I hope that scene does not get remastered in the Switch Apollo trilogy. I hope we get like carrot orange Clavier Gavin.
Yeah.
Like a bullet of love, fire take my life away, away.
We get to see it again. Show it again. Yep, there it is.
Mr. Lathers' life was taken by a bullet,
Yes.
also known as a gun.
Bravo, Fraulein Detective. Your singing, it's terrible.
I was never born to be a singer.
Now for the finale. Allow me. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. All I've ever wanted was some pie. As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Lettuce was found with a guitar high in the sky over the stage. No series of coincidences could be so well conceived.
A winky dinks.
He's right, scientifically speaking.
What would Walkie have said? That concert was whack.
Whack.
It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that. Anyway, the shooter.
That whole thing was one press. Goodness gracious. Hold it. What do you mean by his signature?
The bullet holes in the wall, of course.
The bullet holes?
The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
And that means what, exactly?
That dressing room isn't exactly space, yes. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be impossible to miss at that range.
Unless you're playing XCOM.
Unless you're playing XCOM.
Difficult to miss, you say?
That's what I said.
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim.
No.
God damn
No,
it.
you can't be serious.
Machi, he can see. He can't see. That's why he missed. It's the only explanation that makes sense. He used sound and other senses to fire the gun.
Like
Chow,
taste.
bang, shoobadoop. Snacko. Poorly.
That reminds me. The monitor in that room was blaring at the time, Cha. Hardly ideal conditions for tracking by sound.
A blind shooter. No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think justice. What can I do now? You sit back and watch.
I mean, you could just cry.
I could just cry. But that's not my style. Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see.
Oh, how so?
Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver?
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, it could dislocate their shoulder.
Exactly. The defendant, Machi Tabayo, is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim.
A convincing argument, to be sure.
Haha! Take that, smug prosecution!
Apollo,
Huh? What?
that thing about Machi being tiny, and the gun throwing off his aim, aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn it.
It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point.
Cripes, I really put my foot in it this time.
But let's get the facts of the matter on the record.
You stepping in what I'm shitting, air forehead?
I'm better, you're not. Add that to the record. If you would, Fraulein Detective.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony.
Right.
Not right.
Mr. Right?
Mr. Phoenix, right?
I conclude the shooter was blind. No. 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 Objection! The prosecution holds that the shooter couldn't see.
A scientific conclusion based on a thorough examination of the crime scene, yes.
Apparently not thorough enough. I have a certain piece of evidence that completely overturns your claim.
What?
This is that evidence.
The photograph of the crime scene?
Look at this graph.
I don't care much for the smirk on
Psychomantis.
Prosecutor Gavin's face, but this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There is something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point, and I'm going to point up to it with my Nintendo DS stylus.
Then perhaps you should best show us this stylus. Get
Yes.
your stylus out of the breeze and put it to good use, Cha.
Very well. Show us your stylus, Mr. Justice.
Hey.
You can't just ask someone to show you their stylus. Come on, guys.
Here.
Objection. What if I ask really persuasively?
The contradiction is right here.
Show me where you pissed from.
Objection, objection, objection.
Your Honor, please.
Objection! the smeared blood stains.
I thought it was just my blurry vision.
Oh, ha ha.
But it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head, much like a gesture I've seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if he wrote something. Aha! I get it! At least I think I get it!
Get what? I don't get it.
When Mr. Letes was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write it in but his own blood? Pretty good, huh?
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
Almost as if this has happened like 8 times before. In this very courtroom.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion. Drat, I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Phrasing.
Of course it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I.
No one has anything else to say?
About what?
Your mom?
So the prosecution accepts this? You agreed this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out?
What's your point?
What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Letes was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was.
Insert.
Oh,
waving
fuck.
hand across his face.
I'm ableist, aren't I?
Saw it.
Mr. Saw It.
Mr. Saw it
He
himself.
saw what it was.
But what did you just testify about the shooter?
I said they were blind. Oh, fuck me!
Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise?
Ah, fuck! Oh, they're gonna cancel me on Twitter for this.
May I remind the court that he was blind. He couldn't have seen the shooter.
It was
couldn't
written in
have been
braille.
Oh, impossible! Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Rabble.
Order! 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 Please explain to me what all this means.
Oh my god, Judge.
I don't know
It's-
what's happening.
It's simple, Judge. I'm taking my lunch break.
I mean, looking at this photo,
Goodbye.
it seems quite clear that the shooter, yet up until now,
It seems I owe the court an apology.
What?
The Gaviners are a band with law enforcement ties, yet a murder occurred. During our concert, apparently this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entire time.
What does that mean?
No, you're gonna update the fucking court record.
He can in fact see.
Oh my god, if they fucking... I'm not sure I like the
We
fucking
actually
game here.
tested this child's sight, and he can, is it not? In fact, he can see.
Hey, Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't. And he's about to tell us.
Let's rock.
Oh yeah, baby.
Alright, we're rocking.
With these... I'm still rocking. With these documents. But before that, I have a question for the Fraulein detective. If I may.
What? Why me?
Tell me, why do you think that Machi Tabai is blind?
Does
Oh
it
my
matter?
God.
Why we should not be asking this, I feel, due to ADA reasons. This seems very illegal. But what are you saying? Of course he's blind.
Of course.
Oh my god.
He's the blind pianist, right? So that doesn't Lamio lead him by the hand all the time?
No way.
I have a report here from the defendant, Machi Tabai.
Oh my god. They're pulling out he's not actually blind.
It turns out, according to this, Machi Tabai can see perfectly
Oh my
well.
fucking
And
god.
Lamar can
What?
speak English perfectly well.
Yeah,
Oh
and Lamar
my
can speak
God.
English perfectly well. Like the fucking country of Borginia
Borginia does
doesn't
not exist.
actually exist.
This whole thing just seems so fucked when you think about it more and more.
Yeah.
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borgini.
What the
Jesus
fuck?
Christ!
Jesus!
Oh my
dude.
lord, dude!
What the
Dude,
fuck?
racism?
What year did this game come out?
What the fuck? That is like
Jesus
God.
Christ!
that is like not okay.
This is a...
You clever Borginians.
I don't want to be that guy, but I don't think Jesus has anything to do with this.
Yeah.
Everyone's at least once every session. Frickin' Gavin has a very good line.
That's the
just so
product of
left
its
me.
time.
He can see quite well.
You
Oh
can
my
see
God.
clearly now.
Objection. But you said.
What did I say exactly? Air Forehead, not once in the course of this trial.
This game came out in 2007.
2007?
Oh my God.
Political correctness was not a thing back then, I can say it. I have claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did Fraulein was Fraulein Detective.
I was a
But
freshman in
that's
high school.
A significant fact, yes. Consider Machi Tabai sees,
oh my god.
and he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problems with this. Get it? I see no problems.
What about the bullet holes in the wall?
Claudia, that's ableist.
Yes. But the
Yeah. He says with a shit-eating grin on his face.
God.
Grins when they're
the
eating
bullet
chips.
holes.
Thank you, Gabby.
I believe Air Forehead neatly explained those for us.
But that is a good point. Where does the term shit-eating grin come from? Why would you grin if you're eating shit?
Ooh, I know this one.
Tony knows this one. Tony,
Tony,
take-
please.
you have the floor.
It's from pets, cats and dogs. When they eat shit they're not supposed to and they get yelled at and they're like, "Whoa."
Oh.
What am I doing wrong? Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome. Etymology. You're welcome.
Now, why do you know this?
Yes, why?
Put Tony on the stand.
I don't.
I know,
ever-
we gotta call Evie on the stand.
I don't know why I know this.
Evie needs to take the stand.
The defense calls Tony Pizza to the stand.
Tony Pizza.
Your name and profession, please.
Tony Pizza, I'm a pizza.
You just said my name and profession. It's Tony and Pizza.
Tony,
My name is Tony Pizza, and my profession is pizza.
My name is Tony Pizza, and my profession is salads.
Aww.
He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback from the 45 caliber revolver.
What in the goddamn
Ocelot.
heck is going on here?
A simple accident, in other words. How's that?
What's his
Cha.
fucking motive?
Yeah,
I'm
what's his
afraid
motive?
your objection has just flown up for brighter skies.
Why is motive like the last thing we talk about in any of these
But
cases?
also
Yeah.
everything that the other prosecutor,
Yeah.
asked for.
This is where the real fun begins.
He took off his shirt.
Rebel.
Why did he take off his shirt?
Oh,
Why'd he take his shirt off?
my rippling pecs.
Ignore
I
the
knew-
racist things I just said. Look at my pecs.
If you knew I
Look at my
could
pecs
shred
as
on
I
a
do this sweet
guitar,
guitar solo.
now I can shred on this.
He just
I knew you
he just
didn't
plays
have-
his abs like a fucking xylophone.
You mean like the Pokemon?
Yes.
Wait, he can't be ableist. He can play the xylophone on his abs.
Oh yeah, you think I'm ableist? Watch this.
Watch this. Oh shit. I knew you.
Is that a C scale?
And now I'm going to play the coveted H scale.
Not the H scale. Oh, that was my least favorite grade in class.
What the fuck?
I knew you didn't have what it takes.
Took it.
You jerk! You're a prick.
You are.
Well, what else do you want me to say? Just what was I here for? Comic relief?
I was about to say you are what you eat.
Oh.
He really likes jerk chicken.
She likes snacks.
Like,
You are what you eat, Sonic.
And I eat nothing but ass. Just what was I here for? That comic relief?
yeah.
Yeah, apologize.
I don't know the meaning of the word.
He really doesn't.
I really don't.
My English is bad.
English
I
is
don't
my
speak
first
English.
language. Please forgive me.
Please feel bad for me.
Sorry.
That's no way to apologize.
He's
Hollow
angered the
John.
Trucy now. Look out. The Trucy.
She'll throw her hat at you.
If we can please end the bickering now.
Whatever, I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solving this case if it kills me. She pulls out the revolver and just points it at her head.
Nobody move.
Nobody move until I solve this shit.
But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant.
Don't say that. What?
This bloodstain.
Curse of the Moon.
The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yes.
We might be able to find out what was really written here.
Oh boy, are you ready for a fucking luminol testing minigame?
Some powder on it.
Yay.
Really? You can do
Are
that?
you thinking what I'm thinking? That's right! Makeover! Makeover, 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 makeover. It's called luminol. Maybe you know of it? It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Y'all ready for a fucking luminol testing minigame?
Ah, yes. Have we done those tests yet?
Ha! As if I'm gonna tell you, ableist prick.
The bloodstains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here in court now.
Right, go for it, Apollo.
Why must I do it?
It's already been he doesn't need to do that. It's already been tested.
Wait. Why?
Are we testing it in the courtroom?
Right here.
We synced it for testing.
Right now.
Huh? I have to do the test.
Oh my god.
You just have to spray luminol on it. Simple. You know how to spread, right?
Spread?
That reacts.
I said, yep.
Can you spread?
Can you spread?
Apollo, spread for the court, please.
Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it.
We haven't had a chaotic trial day in a while.
I'm happy to hear that.
Right, it's easy as pie.
Pie is actually kind of hard to make.
Just touch the
It's
screen
actually
and...
really complicated.
Yeah.
Maybe to
Trying
you,
to make an
Fobs.
apple pie from scratch, it's hell.
Yeah.
Just touch the screen and spray an area.
Oh boy, let me whip out my Nintendo DS trademark
Whoa,
stylus.
whoa, whoa, you're spreading, not whipping. That's favorite. Yeah, like, give it a try.
Know your place.
The eyes of the entire court are focused on me.
History has
Apollo,
eyes on
your
you.
hand is shaking.
Let's do this.
Nervous. Nervous is the don't do it.
This isn't a name.
That's Wingdings.
Unless that's a Borginian name.
What the hell?
It's his phone number.
He left his phone number.
We're calling bitches.
Even in the afterlife.
I need my bitches to call me even after I die.
Oh, it really works.
The bitches will be here for us, Father. When we die, even after we die. This must be the power of science! It says
More like the power of
IPXX314206.
Astounding, that's the combination on my luggage.
Is that the killer's name?
His passport number.
Yeah, it's Elon Musk's son.
Oh,
If the killer,
fuck.
the judge says the killer was a robot.
Not the Musks.
I have it.
So, what is it?
Elon Musk's son.
I have him right here.
I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number.
What?
Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency?
You mean Lupin?
Secret Stone? Sages?
Secret Stone.
Yeah.
Not
Most-
the Secret
Robert.
Stones.
Who the fuck is Robert?
Imprisoning work.
Oh, so that was the imprisoning war.
Oh my god. Yes. Most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. Like
I am
who
the
broke
sage
the
of justice, and
The
I will
sage
lend
of
you my power.
International crimes like who broke the seal on Ganondorf's tomb. But why would he write that number?
How would Mr. Latouche even know a number like that?
Good show, Fraulein Detective. Rock on.
Eh?
Your Honor,
What?
we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? I'm talking to no one. Come up to the witness stand.
He's always listening.
I guess he's just sitting right over there. Darian, you heard what we need. go check into this Interpol ID number. Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27. I'm gone.
Hmm. I'm not sure what to think about this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. Yet if this number really is that of an Interpol agent...
Oh wait, I know. What if Machi Tabai is really an undercover Interpol agent?
He's a child.
That would be a
Or is
possibility.
that a lie too?
A child agent?
Is
Nope.
he just lying about being a
They're all
child?
Interpol agents.
Your Honor, I'd like to go even further on the degeneracy scale and accuse him of dwarfism. No.
A possibility,
You're going
yes.
You're not blind.
You're going to accuse him of dwarfism.
How do you do that?
Or have you ever seen that movie Orphan?
Oh my god, it's the plot of Orphan. Oh my god, he's gonna fuck the dad.
And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Latus know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know.
Well, we have some time while we wait. We have time. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? What is Justice Apollo's middle name?
What are you talking about?
Fraulein Detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
What?
You had me until that last bit.
Does this not raise a rather straightforward question?
Well, sure. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't see?
Exactly. It makes little sense. As in missing a sense. An important one.
Huh? Me? What?
Machi Tobai pretended he was blind. Do you know why?
How could he now? Hey, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he?
He's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on the whole time.
Oh, God. Something wrong. Do you not approve of my methods to further the plot? Do you think perhaps this is all some kind of game?
In a cosmic sort of sense, yes.
Yes.
Like we're living in a 2D environment, in a fake courthouse. Know that the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
What does that have to do with anything?
There was a reason why Machi Tobai pretended to be blind. But it wasn't for his own sake. It was probably for somebody that he was close to, the person we probably just talked to. Why can't I just tell you this?
It wasn't for himself? Ian, because we have to pad out the playtime of Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney.
God.
Can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness?
I haven't a clue. Machi had no reason to pretend he couldn't see, which means... No, it couldn't be.
Good show, Air Forehead. It seems you've thought of something with that brain of
Why can't I
yours.
figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take my cues from this guy. Very well, look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see. Sightseeing. There's sight singing.
It was a performative thing for an album.
Yeah.
That is Lamoire?
Lamar and Machitabai recall their relationship, in particular, their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country.
Lamia and a pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would always walk with him all the way over there.
That's right, because he was blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times.
Except for the part like right before the murder where Lamar literally just is like, "Oh yeah, you can go for a walk." Yet we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Machi could see. Why did they have to keep up this act the whole time?
Well, wasn't it part of their performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Machi did not need to be led by the hand at all. That can only mean one thing.
Really?
Really, it was all the other way around. The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lamroy.
What's this?
This is all conjecture.
Yeah.
So you mean to say that Lamoire is? She is?
Yes, Your Honor. Lamar is blind.
What? Rabble.
Order, damn it! This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin.
Is it now?
Please shed some sanity on this madness. The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead.
Will you just give this up already, Clavier? Jesus, Christ.
I will now call in my body double, as I must retire for the evening. This is not a drill, or a joke. I'm leaving.
All right.
Okay.
Somebody's got to take the role.
Oh,
Good night.
I'll do it.
All right,
Do it.
Paul.
Wait.
Yeah, I do it. Yeah, I see it is not fast in vain this time. He's quite correct.
But that makes no sense.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter and sound or something?
Well, since we have her here,
Huh?
why not ask Lamp Weaver herself?
Wednesday.
Can you see?
I believe she is still in the witness waiting room.
Apollo, what does this mean for our case?
We're hecked. Don't ask me. I had no idea she couldn't see. I didn't even imagine it until now.
Bailiff, bring in Lamoire.
Yeah, okay, boss.
That'd be raw.
How many fingers am I holding up?
It pains me. It pains me deeply to be so ableist again in this way. And yet I must.
Yet I must.
I must be ableist. It's my duty.
Please do not be concerned on my behalf.
Those eyes, she really can't see. Really? I don't believe you. How many fingers am I holding up?
It is true. Then why would she claim to have seen? How funny it is that a tiny light born in the Borjanian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world.
I don't think this is.
So you are.
Okay.
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I came Lamoire. No two that my memories begin in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lamour.
Unlike you, I see. I'm sorry, that was mean.
You may recall me saying something toward the beginning of this trial, Air Forehead.
What's that?
You said something?
I believe I said it was unfortunate this time had no direct witnesses.
Oh.
Now that we walk, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes?
Please.
Show us your special eyes.
Look with your special eyes.
Oh wait, you can't?
Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Yes, of course. Though I admit, I am a little lost here.
I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. Witness testimony.
I know where I'm, Em. I'm in the courtroom.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. I previously came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it may sound, I had to pretend that I could see. Everyone on my staff, of course, knew, of course, but no others.
But no others?
But this is a murder trial.
I apologize. It was part of my contract, you see. I was to keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would.
She told us the truth in the beginning. When she said she saw nothing.
Very well. Does the defense have anything to add?
I'd like to cross-examine.
But what is there left to ask?
There was
How
one thing
many
in her
fingers
testimony
am I
that
holding?
bothered me.
Perhaps it is best we let you get out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself. Do your own research. Sweaty.
Do not obey. Do not listen to Dr. Fauci.
Very well. The defense may proceed. However, be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Don't be fucking ableist. Got it.
There's only one part that bothered me. Just let me ask about how many fingers I'm holding up and I'll be happy. That's all I need. Okay, alright.
Ask her if she's an earthbender.
Not all blind people are earthbenders.
Are you a member of the Beifong family?
Are you aware
Boulder.
of the power of shadows?
Only one of them was blind, and only one of them was an earthbender, so that's very... initially, that Korra, but, you know...
Are you aware of the power of shadows? Is on the board. When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Latus?
Of course, he was my manager.
So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Yes.
I believe I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. You are thinking of when you discovered the body, East.
Is he right, Apollo?
No. Yes, I was. Oh yeah, the flashback again. He's alive. Can you hear me, Mr. Latouche?
Cold! It's so cold! Witness!
You're cold. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. Help is on the way.
He was
Can't
not, in fact, fine.
see!
Oh, is he saying Lavoie can't see?
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is Siren.
Mr. Latouche told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind.
I don't know.
Unless this is a double bluff. I'm actually blind, but I'm actually not blind.
What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Do your
What?
research. Do your research, Sweaty. There is no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of his last words once more.
The witness, Siren.
Yeah, he went wee you right before he died.
We've heard them many
Like
times, along with a little play acting by our defense.
I remember them well myself, but that statement is not to what I refer. I mean what he said before that.
Before?
Can't
What
see.
came before that?
That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
I see.
Hmm.
Too bad the defense did not.
God fucking damn it, Clavier.
Holy.
Well, her forehead. Oh my god.
Jesus
In front of a
Christ.
blind woman. Try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time. Do your own research. I did it on Facebook.
Bravo.
Order! Order!
What the hell is going on here?
Dr. Fauci lies. Recall Leviwar's earlier testimony.
Hunter Biden's laptop.
Hillary's emails.
Butthurt.
Benghazi. Benghazi.
Matel Nazim.
Flashback.
Oh, I was on my way from the stage and back to the answer.
Uh-huh.
And then my wisdom told us I couldn't do anything about it.
Uh-huh.
But she couldn't have heard those gunshots.
Why? She's not deaf too.
I thought that we proved that.
That is not the most important point here, you fucking idiot. The moment he was shot, Mr. Latouche witnessed her through that window. Witness me. Why else would he have named her as a witness?
But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots and Z-Man's voice.
Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed.
What?
Guns are fucking loud! What are you talking about? What are you-
Not
oh my-
impossible.
We have already run The Sims 4, of course.
What?
But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Okay. So here comes the conveniently placed voice in approximately 2.5 seconds.
Your Honor!
What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in session here?
We have the
recession.
results back from the investigation.
The investigation?
The Interpol number that Mr. Lettuce left us.
Lettuce.
I don't care.
Well, let's hear it.
Metal gear.
We will continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Crescent, your report, please.
Detective.
Yeah. They're all cops.
What?
Everyone in Clavier's band, the Gaviners.
Including Lammermoor?
No, Lamoire is
Nah.
a guest.
Oh.
She was a guest star.
I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing.
Quick work as always, Daryan.
Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent?
IPXX 314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Lettuce.
Okay.
What?
Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Lettuce himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation. So when he wrote those letters, he was trying to tell us his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away.
Mr. Lettuce was an undercover Interpol agent. So him being Lamriel's manager...
Well, it's just a cover, most likely. There's one other important detail I found.
Well, out with it.
It concerns that .45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently, it belonged to Romain Lettuce. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, and the registration number on the revolver matched.
So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a big, large, girthy revolver.
So the victim was an Interpol agent or on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything.
It's got to tie in somehow, you think?
Good lord, it's gotta be something! I don't fucking know! Who the fucking...
Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Wait.
Lamar, blah, 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 blah. Lamar, is something the matter?
That voice just now.
Mm-hmm.
Daryan?
Monsieur Danyard, isn't it? It was him. I am sure of it.
It was him?
Why? You aren't saying?
The voice I heard talking to Mr. Little when I heard the gunshots fired, which I definitely heard, it was him, Mr. Dyer.
Nani? Is this some kind of joke?
What?
No way.
No way.
Rabble,
Wait.
rabble, rabble.
What the fuck? The courtroom fell into such
Not-
a chaotic state that the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I'd never seen that happen before. Of course,
I
it's
need
not
to find
every
a
day
new
that you get an
bassist.
accusation like that one. Lamoire
What?
fingering Darius
What?
Crescent. Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective.
You were what?
Could it really have been his
She
voice?
what?
Could it really have been his voice Lamoire heard? Things were
Lamar,
changing
what?
fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it.
Hey, no wimping out now, Apollo. We just
Susie,
watched a man get fingered.
To be continued.
Right you are, Lucy.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe she fingered my bassist.
She fingered my bassist?
Right in front of me.
And those are the pickles from last time, too.
I built this company! What the hell is going on? What is this case? I feel nothing. I feel nothing. I feel everything. Ugh. Well, enjoy yourself a bag of snackoos, everybody. Have a good night.
And remember...
Kill Hitler.
And as always,
Kill it.
kill it. Hey, friends.